YouTube, what is up, man? It's your boy Benny the Great, and this week we're getting into a episode with the Cowboys. Now the Cowboys, let me say this, guys, dogged me. He absolutely dogged me. But this loss is going to be a lesson for us, man. So for this gameplay, I'm going to walk us through the process of how I lost, why I lost, and things that I can do in the future to make us better. And thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the feedback, man. I really enjoy that. You know, it really inspires me to keep going, keep pushing. And thank y'all. And yeah, without further ado, man, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe, actually. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys. So first, I want to give a big shout out to my opponent, Cheesy Gator TTV. He's on Twitch. Go, find him, follow him, support him as well. The dude's a beast. Like I said, our whole division is nothing but sweats, and that's how I wanted it. I want to improve this year, not only at the content level, but I want to also improve in the game as well. So these guys, they help me a lot. Whether they play me ruthlessly or it's just tips, everything, man. These guys help a lot, so I want y'all to go support them. And yeah, man, let's get into it. We got bonky, honestly. The score ended up, you'll see the score later, but it turned upside down real quick. But he has Dak Prescott starting quarterback with Omaha, Tony Pollard as his starting running back. He ended up giving up on Zeke. He has Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup has double me. CeeDee Lamb has a superstar. I'm not sure what type of abilities he had on. I'm pretty sure he had like short and elite or anything like that. Get those routes in there that light up. Simi Fioco, he is a 92 speed, 89 XL tight end, dude 6'4", 222. I think he was a wide receiver, and they transformed him to tight end because of his big frame. Offensive line is always going to be decent. Michael Parsons on the right end, just screaming off the edge. 92 speed, dude's a beast. Marcus Lawrence, not sure why he put him there. He's a little bit lightweight, but it is what it is on that. Trayvon Diggs will bottleneck. X Factor superstar, dude's a beast. Kelvin Joseph at his second quarter corner, 94 speed, very fast, very good tangibles. And then he has Jaron Kearse and Malik Hooker over top. So to get into it, we come out nickel normal. First, I just want to fill out what he's doing. I know out of this set, there's a nice little out route that comes from Tony Pollard, and usually a slant route that comes right back in. So I watch for the out route, then I'll come back for the slant. Butler should have played that, but he, doesn't have it. So finds a nice little out route for the running back. Picks up about 10 from there. The dude's just finding dots, and you'll see that throughout. He's cooking up on offense. He has a very good offense. We're trying to get some pressure from the nickel normal. I'm trying to sit there and line up into that gap as Michael Gallup. He's just a crispy route. But yeah, we're trying to find like a way to get pressure but also cover everybody, and I think that was the wrong approach. We probably should have just brung the heat. We seem to not be able to get a stop. But when I run man, you'll see here, for example, we end up getting a stop for the first time, out of the entire half, and you'll see that comes slim. That doesn't happen throughout this whole game. Which also, hold on one second. So on this play here, this man, and I'll turn up the audio, but the sports announcer basically says that I tipped the pass right about here.
The commentator says he batted it away.
That kind of made me mad, but it is what it is. That's the game. That's the name of the game. 4th and 5. That would have been a pivotal stop for us. Let me get the ball back. He ends up not scoring, so the odds weren't in our favor right there. He ends up getting the catch animation. Now you'll see here the title of the video. You know what it is. This defense right here is somewhat unguardable. Now, coming from my perspective, I play it every now and then. I get into MUT a little bit, but I haven't been really going hard with MUT. After this game, I played nothing but MUT the entire day, simply because I wanted to see this defense and what I can do against it. Now, there's going to be some things in here that, you could take it and apply it to your own game. But this defense is really hard to stop. It's hard to get past that man press. And you'll see here, like, he has the personnel for it. Everybody's just boxed. We couldn't get, much going. And I wish, in retrospect, that I would have ran the ball a little bit more, keep us grounded. But I got a little bit trigger happy, a little bit pass happy, not making up any excuses for myself. He just outplayed us. Okay, so you'll see here, I'm looking for a simple route. Try to get Logan Thomas. He doesn't have it. The ball ends up getting knocked out. Like I said, Javon Kearse has a crazy man coverage stat. I don't know. He runs every route for the tight end, so you got to watch out for him. I audible down into my, double flex, single back alignment, just so I can get a little bit of run game in there, but we get a few yards off of it. 1st and 10, we found a dot to Terry McLaurin. And I'm thinking, this is good. So I start putting out man-beating routes a little bit, but he starts to adjust. This play here was a big mistake. And you'll see literally no zone. Nothing is open right now. I put out the weirdest routes. The route concept just didn't make sense. Now, the only route that I really predicted was the angle route. And you'll see that route right there is already covered. And his user is already expecting that. So what other routes do I have open? That's another thing. Make sure your routes make sense. You have an angle route coming, you have an out route and everything like that. But sometimes the route just doesn't make sense. Sometimes you got to make them cross. If they're running man, make them bump into each other. Make them do something. Put somebody in motion. Get the defense moving. Keep them guessing and keep them on their toes. Also, it's 1st and 10. Why? I'm within their territory. Why am I already resorting to a play that I have to keep my eyes downfield for? Honestly, we keep it short. I probably score here, but that wasn't my thinking at this time. I really just wanted to get the ball back and score because the first possession that I had didn't turn out well. So I'm trying too hard and I'm overcompensating. But yeah, this play here, I'm trying to get those yards back that I lost. 3rd and 23. That's a hard situation to be in. And he also has defensive linemen that are already lit up. Now, I'm in his territory. I can literally throw it short and get my yards and then try to get a field goal out of this. But I end up not doing that. I wasn't listening to myself. I don't know what I was thinking this time. I really don't know. But everybody's strapped up. You know what I mean? The safety, Javon Kearse, and you'll see on this play right here, he basically runs the route for the tight end. Look at that. He steps right in front of the route. Perfect time and user pick, and he gets the ball right back. Horrible on our end, man. So like I said, we're in nickel normal. I'm trying to get some heat. We have 4 down linemen, Jonathan Allen, Darren Payne, Chase Young, and Montez Sweat on the other side. I'm thinking the front 4 is all that I need in order to dismantle this man's offense. But as you'll see here, pro tip, he has a running back on one side and a tight end on the other. So he gets great blocking if he, max protects or anything like that. But we can't get pressure. You'll see that constantly. There is no pressure on our end. So I have to overly compensate on defense. And he ends up finding holes in my defense, as you'll see here. He motion CeeDee Lamb over. You see that? A complete hole in the defense. He knows that outside corner is playing a hard flat. So what do? You put a pick route or you put a flat or anything like that. Distract that corner while the wheel route comes from underneath, just like in Madden 22 or anything like that. But now that it's Madden 23, you're not really thinking about wheel routes anymore because you think that they're so patched, but they're really a good asset to have if the opponent is playing zone. Now, if I was playing man, it probably wouldn't be as much of a problem. But since I'm being stubborn, I don't want to run the meta. I don't want to, run man defense and stuff like that. I start testing out other defenses that may work, but it doesn't work out in my favor. He finds an absolute dot here. Bobby McKean should have been over there, but I don't know what happened. And just that fast, it's already 0-14. So take note. Things can turn upside down real quick, man. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Absolutely. So boom, we get the ball back. The effects are completely against us. The screen's shaking. I'm getting flustered at this point. I wish you could see the face cam, but I'm really getting flustered. I'm getting silent. I don't want to talk. I'm just out of my element because this man's game plan was so, key on, pressuring us and then sticking to every single wide receiver out there. So it's hard. It's hard going against it. As he takes us down for a sack. That man ended up finishing with about 6 sacks this whole game, I want to say. As you can see right here, I'm literally scurrying through my playbook because I don't know what to call. I don't know. I'm trying to, find some corner routes. Maybe I can find some sort of just something. I need something, but it's all desperation. And another thing is, stick to your game plan. Play your way. Even though I'm uncomfortable, this is what uncomfortability does. You throw picks, you get flustered, you're out of your element. So here I'm like, you know what? Let's just go man. And he instantly recognizes that and makes me pay for it. So just that fast. It's the second quarter, 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, and I'm already down 21. So I'm like, now. So here's another tip, guys. Don't go back. Don't resort too late. When things are getting really bad for you and it's already a score of 21-0, you should have took those steps earlier, not later in the game. You know what I'm saying? So know what you're going up against. Know the personnel and execute on your game plan. There's gonna be losses when you're playing Madden, especially this year. But how you learn from them, how you prepare for them, will separate you. Try to get the ball off, but Sam Howell just can't get the ball out fast enough. Really got to work on that with him. Don't know what animation I could put on him as far as like a throwing. It's probably his trait. His trait under pressure is probably paranoid, but he just doesn't get the ball out fast enough. But how can you when a blitz is screaming at you? So he gets the ball right back. We had to punt it away. That corner route by Gallup is so deadly, bro. I had a purple out there, and you'll see he is 11 for 12. Everything is working in his favor. I have 2 minutes left to go in this game. The runs are working. The passing's working. Everything is working for this man. So now I'm trying to really scream off the edge and get pressure. Probably should have been a pick, but he was already activated. So yeah, now we're trying to, run man. He's just completely outmatched. Holcomb is an 87 speed linebacker, and that is a 92 speed tight end. Finds a dot here, absolutely laced it in there, man. And it's getting out of hand quick. It's getting out of hand real quick. So here we try to find a little dot for the man defense. Antonio Gibson with the run stick. He's a good running back. I really trust him. As you'll see later on in the game, I gave Brian Robinson a few touches. But yeah, man. We're getting screamed at. We're getting absolutely screamed at. And I don't understand what is going on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to block the blitz. I found some sort of, tip videos or anything like that that would help me. And I think some of the adjustments, I wasn't making them because I was already getting so frustrated. You know what I mean? I wasn't mad or anything. I was really just trying to understand what was going on. What is happening right now? So here, you'll see the screen is shaking. I'm just putting out all types of routes. I had an out route. I had a slant route going this way. I'm just like, man, it's 28-0. I have to stick in here because I want to learn. I want to continue to learn. So that's what we're doing right now too. He just comes right through untouched. And that's also a Madden flaw. Madden has to critique their game, honestly. Stuff like that cannot happen. You know, you have somebody, it's a 3-man front, and you have a looping linebacker. Guys, I played high school football. I played college football. The simplest thing you can do is communicate. And that's how the slide protect should work. They need to fix offensive line logic. If you don't have that, you don't have a solid game, honestly. So we're trying to find something. Guys, I just can't catch a break. I really can't. It's 4th and 17. Haven't found a dot the whole drive. So I'm like, you know what? If he's going to run it on us, I got to adjust. So I start running the loop defense. Let's see how this turns out. We get a stop, but that was basically a stop, but he ended up catching it anyway. So Dak Prescott's activated, and we scream at him. So I'm like, this is actually working. Why is this working? Guys, it's 4th and 32. I literally ran the same defense that he was running. Now I'm getting stops. This is crazy. So we actually found a dot here late in the game. Terry McLaurin activated. I really appreciate Terry McLaurin, man. He's really our hope. But here, what is this? I have double me. Maybe I shouldn't have clicked on. Maybe I should have just let the computer take over what was going on. So I don't know what that was about. He actually boxes up the blitz, but we ended up getting a pick with Willie Jackson. Tried to take it back, couldn't do it, man. But yeah, this game is practically over at this point. Trying to find something absolutely stupid. Guys, I know that the game is already lost, but when it's late game situation and you have a franchise, it's just franchise mode, so don't make those unnecessary throws. When you make those unnecessary throws late in the game, you're trying to start you're starting to lab up defenses, or you're starting to lab up offenses when you're already down. You're putting your player in more of a hole, digging and digging and digging. That was an unnecessary pick. I threw 4 picks this entire game. Sam Howell is supposed to be my future starter. How am I supposed to, work with that while I'm sabotaging my starting QB? Doesn't make sense. Call plays that make sense. Call plays that make sense. So now I'm like, all right, man defense, it's working. Let's do it again. 1st and 10. He has the ball. I'm trying to see what he's trying to cook up. I'm sure he puts Michael Gallup in motion. So yeah, he's putting all the man beating routes out there. Fehoko is a beast, man. This dude's a monster. All right, so yeah, now I'm like, all right, man defense is working at this point. This loop defense is actually giving me a chance right now. So I put the deep third zone out there because I know that CeeDee Lamb is going to want to run that post while he runs a slant with Michael Gallup. So I try to cover both routes, and he throws it up to Brandon Cooks like we weren't going to go get that. He probably button mashed, probably didn't even mean to, but that's just what happens, man. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Let me know if you enjoy this type of content. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoy what I'm actually doing. I'm going to keep bringing bangers for y'all. Let's go into next week with the same thinking, the same logic, and understand that this was a lesson. This was a lesson. It wasn't just a L. 28-0. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but at least we stuck in there and learned. The point of the message is, guys, keep learning. Don't quit. Don't give up. Just keep going. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.